Hey guys, it's Following Lucha. We are the lore keepers of Lucha Underground. I'm JC. I am joined as always by...
Yo, what up? It's me. It's Steven.
It is Steven. Oh my god.
It is me. That's
what
insane.
A special episode of Following Lucha that we're graced with your presence, Steven. This is... I might have the numbers mixed up in my head, but I think this might be our 40th episode, which is kind of crazy. Oh my goodness.
In 10 weeks, it's going to be our 1 year anniversary.
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think 50 weeks are in a year.
52 weeks?
I don't know. What's even more pressing, what's closer on the horizon, is we do have the Trevors coming up at the end of the year to look forward to, Steven. No, it is beyond exciting, is what it is.
There's no voting involved. We're just going to make stuff up.
Well,
for our candidates.
No, the official board of the Trevors are gonna convene and they're gonna decide who gets the Trevors. You know, our year-end awards here at Following Lucha. So, Steven, we are the lore keepers of Lucha Underground. Every week on this podcast, we recap an episode of Lucha from 2015. We're still in season 1 right now, so 2015. We talk about what else happened in wrestling outside of Lucha Underground in that week from 2015, and then we get on to the current events. So it's a whole segmented thing. We're very professional here at Following Lucha, are we not?
We are very professionalism.
I think so,
That's
Steven.
what we are. Yep.
I think so. But before we get into season 1, episode 33 of Lucha, called Death versus the Dragon, I need to know, Steven, how has your life been, okay?
My life? Dude.
Your personal life.
My personal life?
Yeah.
Dude.
Give us the dirt.
You know what happened?
What happened?
I went to I had an Overwatch event at my workplace, right?
Oh, shit.
We went to this cafe. It's not a cafe, it's just a place with a bunch of computers there. And they picked the game
cafe.
Overwatch. Yeah.
Oh.
But they picked the game Overwatch as the event sport we're gonna do, right? Everybody has 10 hours in the game. I had 1,000.
1,000 hours in Overwatch is what you have. Okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty easy to win my matches.
You murdered all your coworkers, you're saying?
Basically. It was pretty easy.
Pretty easy? Did you not think of maybe I should rein it back here so everyone else can have a fun time? You thought,
well, the thing is, my boss, right? The team leader, who's also my boss, is hey, we're gonna try hard. Okay, I guess, dude. I also had 1 rum and coke before that, so that.
You were amped.
Probably. I was amped, dude. I was amped. I was amped on that rum and coke.
I get it. Cocaine you're referring to. I understand.
Yeah, rum and cocaine, dude. That's what I took.
I understand. No. I get it. We aspire to be as close to Tony Khan as possible in our everyday lives, Steven.
It is.
And Overwatch tournaments are no exception, so I'm glad to hear. So that's wonderful. I'm glad that you could make time to join us with your busy schedule for Following Lucha.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
What happened in your week, man? Cool?
I got a nose piercing, and I probably just infected it last night because it fell out, and I shoved a
Did you put
sewing
rubbing alcohol on it? Burn your nose?
I did. I told you the story about my nose ring before this podcast, but guys, I lost it, and then I had to shove a paper clip inside overnight. It was miserable, but here we are. We both made it. We both survived, and I'm amped to talk about Death versus the Dragon from June 24th of 2015. Steven.
Very exciting. What's up?
You tell me, what does every episode of Lucha Underground start off with?
Starts out with a segment that features the last episode, but not the last episode, episodes before that.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Some might refer to it as a recap.
What? A recap? That's insane.
A recap to get us all up to date on everything that will be happening on this episode of Lucha Underground. So our recap this week featured a bit of a reminder about how Phoenix and Jack Evans have both won ancient Aztec medallions that offer the chance to maybe be immortal, which we don't know what that means. We don't know what the greater implications are, but we do know that Rey Fenix is already immortal, so why does he care? If not to just spite everyone else, which is a little rude.
Maybe he wants to hog the immortality,
That's what it feels like. It feels like he might be hogging the immortality, Steven. But also, we get a reminder that Drago is Arnold Schwarzenegger and he hates Dario Cueto, and that's pretty cool. He returned to the temple despite being banned, and he said, Dario, I found a loophole. You better let me in your match. And Dario said, oh, you got me, Drago. and Drago was able to win his way into a championship match at Ultima Lucha, the biggest event in all of Lucha Underground. And Steven,
ever.
You know how Drago was able to scare Dario into giving him a shot back in the temple?
Mm-hmm.
Katrina then scared Dario into giving Mil Muertes a shot at Drago's #1 contendership. I know, so it's a mess all around. There's so much drama heading into this episode.
So much action and so much lore to be uncovered in this episode of Lucha Underground.
Exactly, and what better way to kick off the actual episode itself than with, I would say, probably the shining star of this company, and that a sexy star making her way to the ring, baby. Let's go.
She has wings now. I don't know if she had that before. Did she?
I think for her entrance, she maybe has the wings.
Armpit streamers? Maybe.
Yeah, it's something like that. She lifts them in the air, right? Like when she first comes out.
Like a peacock. Crazy.
A little bit. She's very Dalton Castle-esque, Steven. And, I just mentioned how bright of a star Sexy Star is, how she's the biggest protagonist in Lucha Underground. Well, to match that star power, her opponent is none other than the newly unmasked Superfly, baby.
Hey, the guy's handsome though, dude. Like, I didn't realize how handsome Superfly was before this match.
Are you being facetious? He is so ugly. He's
so handsome.
He looks like a rat, man. Like with greasy, slicked back hair. No, he doesn't.
What do you mean?
He's like kind of tubby as well. He's not.
That's mean, dude. You're mean.
It's just, I don't look at Superfly with or without a mask and say, what a handsome man.
The handsome lad. Handsome lad. And then we cut to an interview promo with Vampiro interviews Superfly.
Hell yeah, we do. Because remember, Steven, this match has a lot riding on it. Superfly was unmasked by Sexy Star for no reason. Dario was just like, this is a career versus mask match. Figure it out.
It's a dick move from Dario.
Exactly. And so Sexy Star was forced to unmask Superfly. Superfly was her close personal friend.
Yeah.
And
all that
now
they had together.
Superfly has attacked Sexy Star with his now lacking a mask, and this is finally the big blow-off for the two of them. Two former friends turned bitter rivals.
And then Vampiro's like, yo, Superfly, why did you attack Sexy Star? And Superfly's like, because she could have just left the building, you know?
Yeah, like, why? She didn't have to unmask me. She could have just, like, accepted that her career was over. You know, like, it could have been that simple, which, fair enough. I hate to correct you,
Steven. It's very accurate to real life lore, too.
It is. It is kind of accurate. But I really hate to correct you on how this interview with Vampiro went. But it matched the formula of all the Vampiro interviews a lot closer than you're giving it.
He's like instigating them.
Well, that happens, of course. But almost always, the first question is Vampiro saying, so-and-so, can you explain your actions? Can you explain why you did this? And so in this interview, it was, why did you attack Sexy Star, Superfly?
Why would you do that?
Superfly says, like everyone says, I don't have to explain myself. And then they explain themselves. It's like, oh my God.
I don't need to tell you why, dude, okay? But I will tell you why.
But I will actually. Thank you for asking. I've been wanting to get a platform. So yeah, Superfly is like, I wanted Sexy Star to feel the same pain I did when I was unmasked, and that's why I attacked her. And then he says,
and she never visited me in the hospital.
That's also part of it. That is also adding into things here. Sexy Star is a bad friend as well. And then the whole entire interview, Superfly is being really aggressive with Vampiro, because Vampiro saved Sexy Star from having her arm broken by Pentagon a couple weeks ago. And I guess Superfly is he hates this. He wishes Sexy Star's arm was broken.
Dropped too. Like that storyline is no longer a thing. I assume the Sexy Star Pentagon one.
Oh, you mean like the beef is over?
Yeah, I don't think they're beefing anymore. They kind of just stopped that.
It makes sense though. It makes sense because Sexy Star's moved on to bigger and better things, like Superfly. And so
the next generation of rivals.
The next generation of great, some would say, Steven. Okay?
And then the match starts. And
let's go. Woo! Did you
remember this match?
I remember specifically that Superfly has on some shitty ass face paint, you know? That's cool.
What? Do you like his white cum stain on his face?
Like, it was not. I think you were about to say his cheek, but it goes like from chin to forehead is cum stain. It was pretty wild, man. It was pretty insane. But he is just as lame as it gets, which is so sad. You know, like,
I think he's fine. He's kind of boring looking. That's why he has the face paint. Make him look a little more different.
It makes him look exciting. I guess so. Crowd
doesn't really care though about either or.
No, not at all. Not at all. And also, Vampiro at one point just says, Superfly needs to stop being a bitch. Which
really does.
I mean, I don't really understand that. How, in what respect is Superfly being a B word? In my mind, Superfly has just defended his honor, you know?
I don't know. Maybe he wants to stop. Why is he a bitch again? He just like trying to like get revenge on this woman who took his mask from him. Yeah. His identity.
Ruined his livelihood.
Yeah. Didn't you even visit him in the hospital when he got like destroyed?
It's a matter of pride, Steven.
It's messed up. It's messed up. And then Superfly wins the match with a roll up.
Well, no, you're lying.
Was it?
You know how
was it a roll-up?
I thought it was a roll up because I was watching on 1.75 speed, right?
That's probably why. It's probably why.
I've rewinded it. I rewound it. I put it on 1x speed. Steven, the finish to this match is insane. Sexy Star has been built up as one of the big, like, legitimately, like, no jokes, one of the biggest people in this company, right?
She
like,
is. She's canonically like one of the stronger ones.
Exactly. She loses a good bit, but she's always like the protagonist, right? Superfly, all but a jobber up until this point.
He's always been a loser. He hasn't won one match yet, ever.
He hits 3 power bombs consecutively and then sits out on the last one and pins Sexy Star clean, is what Superfly did in this match. He just power bombed her to hell and won, which is like, what the fuck, man?
Burying Sexy Star, dude. Holy shit.
Because Lucha Underground is not afraid to use roll-ups. We know this from watching every week. They have at least 2 roll-ups, okay? But they decided to give the one clean victory this episode to fucking Superfly. And so good on him.
Superfly is good for the business, brother. All right?
He is,
fucking
man.
Powerbomb your ass.
He is. So,
and
shouts out to Superfly.
I became a really big Superfly fan was this episode.
Me too. He's got to be one of our boys, I think, now. You know, he's got to be there with A-Town Down and the crew, you know, Trevor. He's got to be hanging out.
The greats like Trevor, A-Town Down.
Shoot. I hope they add in
Superfly
to the main event of tonight's episode. So we can get the match everyone really wants to see, and that of Trevor versus Superfly. You know,
wow,
it's really, that's why we're all watching. It is. Steven,
this also kind of buries Pentagon more because Sexy Star beat Pentagon, and then here comes Superfly beating up Sexy Star.
Listen. Like, hasn't Pentagon already broken that man's arm before? Hasn't he already broken?
Yeah, but
Superfly's
he's never
arm?
Beaten Sexy Star. Wait, no,
Ever?
He did.
I thought he did. Right? Yeah,
I
think so.
Match.
He like fucked up her neck or something.
So is he even that impressive? Because, like, he, like, cracked her spine.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck Pentagon's doing. He's just off on his own island. He's sacrificing people's arms to his master. Just leave him alone, okay? He doesn't need to be beholden to these rule systems. Steven,
and then,
listen.
What's up?
I want to talk to you about what we saw next on the television set, okay?
What do we see next?
Because we cut away from this incredible match between Superfly and Sexy to the sunset. Okay? It is a picture-perfect sunset, and you see a silhouette appear that blocks out part of the sunset, and oh my god, do I recognize it? It is the sunset of the silhouette of a dragon man. It is the silhouette of Drago. And Steven, he is going crazy with nunchucks.
He's going ham, dude.
Going ham.
Like the Karate Kid. He's like fucking wailing it and whacking everything in the air. And she's going crazy. The music's like... It was insane.
Oh my god. Again, picturesque is the perfect word to describe it, Steven. Beautiful sunset with a blacked out Drago just swinging his little fists in the air. It was beautiful. There was no narration, no anything. It was just... We saw that happening.
Art.
Pure art. Before
great.
we get to our next match on the card, which is supposed to be to award the next Ancient Aztec Medallion. The winner, of course, joining Jack Evans and Rey Fenix, Steven, okay?
But
And
before that,
yeah,
there's a certain man coming into the ring.
Yeah, one of the 5 men in this match. One of the 5 men in this ancient Aztec medallion match, Pentagon Jr. comes out.
Oh
and
my goodness.
He makes his way down. We don't know the other men in this match yet. This is an exciting time. And Matt Striker is like, ooh, there's Pentagon Jr.
Oh my goodness, that guy breaks people's arms.
Vampiro, do you have any comments about Pentagon? Because again, last time we saw them, Vampiro had just beat up Pentagon for almost breaking Sexy Star's arm. And then Vampiro says, I can't say nothing. Very scary. Very scary. Pentagon then scares Melissa Santos out of the ring. Yeah.
He scares Melissa. Poor Melissa, the ring announcer. What was she doing? She was just minding her own business.
Well, she has a
before
microphone.
She got like really jacked too, you know? She can't do anything yet.
She is kind of a bodybuilder now, which is kind of crazy. But listen,
that's insane, dude.
Melissa
she's so jacked
was
now.
2015, 2017. You know, peak Melissa. And
no, now's her peak. Fuck you.
Oh shit! You like bodybuilder Melissa?
I don't even know what that
Isn't she like MAGA? I think current day Melissa is MAGA. Yeah, I think so.
Is she from California?
Yeah, and she's Hispanic. But again, you're allowed to be Hispanic in MAGA, I guess. But like, I don't know.
She's Californian. That's the thing.
Yeah. I don't know if in 2015 she was MAGA yet. So this is why I hold out.
Oh, what happened?
This is why I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was
some wrestling people are MAGA.
Well, like, wrestling appeals to the lowest in society, Steven. I don't know if you know this.
I see.
Yeah. So, I believe, again, the wording my freshman year of college communication professor used was the lowest art form.
Why was he burying wrestling specifically?
Well, we were talking about the pyramid of art or whatever, and like the higher arts being at the top and lowest arts being at the bottom.
Was it like movies, like art movies?
Upper echelon was stuff like dance and Broadway and...
Oh my gosh, have you seen that one TikTok apology? Like this girl like sexually assaulted some kid, and then she apologized for doing like a dance video.
No.
Like her apology video was like an interpretive dance where she danced as her apology.
Wow.
It's like the worst thing ever.
It reminds me of the one episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where there's a 10-minute long dance scene where one of the characters comes out as gay. Is it?
Oh yeah. Did you like that scene?
The episode?
I didn't understand it. No, the dance scene.
I thought it was kind of funny that one of their actors spent like a year learning this dance. And then wasted like half an episode on it. I thought that was kind of funny. But Steven, we're not here to talk about It's Always Sunny. It was beautiful. It was transformative. We are here to talk about Death versus the Dragon, okay? Because Pentagon steals the microphone away from Melissa, and he says, I don't care about the ancient Aztec medallion. This is all in Spanish, by the way. He says, I don't care about the ancient Aztec medallion. I just want to give it to my master. Okay, I'm just here to give stuff to my master. I'm here to show my master that I'm prepared and I'm ready for my maestro. And then he says, I want to ruin the person who destroyed my greatest sacrifice yet. And then he looks at Vampiro at ringside.
Oh my goodness.
And then Vampiro
looks at him and he starts walking to the ring and they look at each other.
Oh my god.
And they keep looking.
Oh my god.
And then Pentagon's like, all right, I had enough looking here. I'm going to go back now.
Well, kind of. Pentagon's like, get in the ring, Vampiro. And Vampiro doesn't. So Pentagon gets outside of the ring. And then they're like, they're face to face. And then Rick Knox, the referee, separates them. And that's when Pentagon's like, okay, I had enough. And then he leaves. He doesn't even participate in the ancient Aztec medallion match.
Is this another L for him?
Oh,
he's supposed to be in this match.
Well, the bell hadn't rung yet. So maybe, I don't know. That would have been sick as fuck if what actually happened is if the match happened and Pentagon just came out at the end and got the pin. You know, that would have been sick as hell.
That's not gonna happen. If it was gonna happen, he would come out to the ring and then get pinned after like 3 moves.
You're right. So basically, Pentagon leaves, and Matt Striker does his like whole Owen Hart voice, where he's like
the Michael Cole sad voice, like
exactly.
Guys,
things are
back. Sasha, Pentagon Jr. has failed Lucha Underground.
He really has.
By not competing
all of us
tonight.
down. He's let all of us down. And then they go to commercial. they go to commercial break, and we come back with our now 4-way match for an ancient Aztec medallion. So, our 4 competitors are Aerostar. Woo!
Yay!
The Mac.
Yay!
Woo! Marty the Moth Martinez.
Yo, that's my boy. I didn't know he was like hired in this company.
Yeah, who the fuck knew? And then lastly, rounding off this 4-way, and of course a very even matchup, Brian Cage is here. So that's great. That's wonderful matchup. Wonderful scaling. Why did they do this to Cage? Why did they put him on the same level as Aerostar and Mac and Marty the Moth? Okay, because that is fucked up. Messed up.
Well, Aerostar has like fucking 2 wins, you know?
You know what? He has like 5 wins over Drago, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
who's like competing for the Lucha title.
It's true. It's
good
true.
For Aerostar.
You know what? I've been looking at this all wrong. Also, at one point, Vampiro says Marty the Moth has all the signs of a stalker, of being a weird stalker, and I was like, how? What signs has he given off of being a stalker yet? And who is he stalking?
He's not. Well, I think he means like he's like stalking the company, you know, by like constantly appearing in the shows. But
does that mean like the sign guy and long hair guy and his mom and green shirt camera guy are all stalkers?
Marty works for the company, right? At this point, I feel like. Like he's been hired by now. He's in like 2 matches predominantly.
Exactly.
Or 3.
Maybe it's all just one big tryout though. Maybe this is like trial by fire. You know?
It's like what's it, like Ray's son, like that. You know?
Ooh, true. I want to go back to what I said a few seconds ago. I think I am okay classifying all the super fans who go to every show as stalkers. I think that's a great way to look at it.
The stalkers. Who's your favorite stalker?
Ooh, shit. My least favorite stalker is, well, I don't mind Green Shirt Guy because he's like, he sometimes
never tries to get over.
Yeah, he doesn't try to get over, but sometimes I think he's a little too cool for the show. And you know, it's like, dude, you're paying thousands of dollars to travel and watch wrestling. You're not cool, right?
Hey, what's his job? What does he do for a living?
Who knows? I've seen his closet before. He posted a photo on his Twitter. It's all neon green shirts. It is. It's really funny, actually.
That his gimmick?
It's his gimmick. It's the green shirt with a smiley face. But my least favorite is Brock Lesnar guy.
Brock Lesnar guy?
Yeah. Above him is Frank the Clown as least favorite.
Okay.
And then all-time favorite is probably the mom with the long hair.
Dude, I fucking love Mom and Son, dude. Yeah. So fucking wholesome, dude. I love it.
Exactly.
I miss them. Where are they?
Ooh, but actually above them, she's never front row, but she's always there, is the sign lady, okay? The sign lady is from Syracuse, New York. Her name is Lisa. And you remember when they used to always have like the Cesaro section signs? Yeah. And then eventually it was Hugger section and all that kind of stuff. She works for
it's the maximum modem section.
Yo, of course it is. She works for FedEx. So she would use the printers at her... I hope I'm not exposing her. She would use the printers at her job to print out all those papers and then hand them out at the wrestling shows, okay?
That's so cute.
And then she would make all like big signs for her and like her nieces and nephew to hold. And then they would go to all the shows like in the Northeast together. And they're like at every show that's like in that side of the country.
I mean, it's like better than like what the other people try to do by making themselves go over, you know?
It's true.
Like
it's true.
Clown. Fuck you, Clown.
Exactly. And I'm especially loyal because she used to order a bunch of action figure t-shirts from me. So shouts out to Lisa.
Wow.
I love you. Exactly.
Can she print her own?
Well, you know what she would do? Is she would print the shipping label and send it to me so I could ship it for free.
Wow. Very smart lady.
Good. She is
Does she get free shipping
smart.
if she works for like FedEx?
Free shipping.
That's actually kind of privileged, dude. Not gonna lie.
I know. I think she has like a pretty high up position though, where it's like she can get away with that, you know?
I mean, yeah, she fucking has like every WWE event, you know?
yeah, precisely. So again, shout out to Lisa. We at Following Lucha love you. Even more than the old lady and her son who go to the wrestling shows.
I love long hair son though. He's so wholesome.
Yeah, he is pretty cool.
He's a big fan of
Dolph Ziggler.
Hey, who's not, you know?
I bet you his favorite wrestler is Tyson Kidd. You know, that's what I think. I think long hair guy's favorite wrestler is Tyson.
Which Tyson Kidd are we talking about? Which era?
Cat Tyson. Cat New Japan watching, not fucking Natalia Tyson, obviously. Okay? Yeah.
I learned that Teddy Hart wasn't like in FCW, like part of like the Hart dynasty. You know that?
Shit. Yeah, it didn't last long. Teddy Hart has a way of ruining every opportunity he gets. Yeah. He has a way about
it. Is that footage like Scraps Forever, the moonsault footage where he just did a bunch of moonsaults?
What?
Is that gone? I tried looking for that footage from Ring of Honor.
Oh, I'm sure
he did a bunch
somewhere.
of like moonsaults off the cage, and I just couldn't find it.
What is it? RF video? Go there. They'll probably have it, Steven. You got
No,
this.
I think they edited it out from RF video. Or like all the Ring of Honor archives.
Damn it. That's so sad.
Gotta ask Tony Khan for it.
Well, we got to talk about Teddy Hart later in our current events because some shit's going down, Steven. Some shit. We're tying up some loose ends.
Is he still in jail?
He's not been in jail for a long time. He's been out of jail for a while. Well, I don't know. Do you remember how like I'll just talk about it now. Do you remember how like months ago on this podcast you brought up Teddy Hart and I was like, I don't know how much I want to praise him because I think he may have murdered a girl and then we haven't really looked.
You know?
Yeah, but he's also like really closely tied to the disappearance of a girl whose murder was never solved.
Yeah.
And so, well, now apparently Teddy Hart was approached a while ago by Vice about filming a reality TV show about him.
About murders.
And then apparently all like the
about
talks,
him.
Yeah, about him.
Just why him?
Because he has an interesting life as a failed pro wrestler and cat breeder. You know, and they were like, "Let's make this a reality show."
You're in Wrestling Society X. That's so interesting, dude.
Exactly. And then what it turned into is, I guess maybe he was not cooperative with the show or something like that. I don't know how it all happened, but it turned into a true crime documentary about the missing girl.
This is every Vice documentary, dude. I swear. Every Vice documentary.
And it's gonna be coming out on like, is it like HBO Max or something? I don't really know where it's gonna be released, but it's gonna be coming out like.
Did they Tiger King him?
They might have Tiger Kingdom, Steven. Okay? They might have Tiger Kingdom. I think so.
Catman? That's crazy.
God damn. This is so sad for Teddy Hart, but also, let's go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. This is probably for the
murder.
Probably for the best. So, Steven.
Yeah.
Listen. We have Aerostar versus Mac versus Marty the Moth versus Cage.
Oh, yeah, this match.
And they Matt Striker and Vampiro keep making a whole stink about how Marty the Moth isn't proven to be Aztec. Doesn't have definite Aztec blood.
That's true. He has no blood test, you know?
But listen, this is not fair scrutiny because they're not applying the same test to like Pentagon and Mil Muertes. We're just taking his word that he grew up in a volcano, okay? Yeah, we're just taking Prince Puma's word that he was beating up the homeless.
Not even his word. His manager's word.
We're taking because you're right, Steven. If you remember, Prince Puma is a mute. He can't talk.
He can't speak.
There's no indication whatsoever any of these men are Aztecs. So if Marty the Moth wants to show up and have proof and like be the most to like prove it, and we're the most like, you know, we're the most unbelieving, the most untrusting of him, it feels messed up. It feels not right. And I really resent Matt Striker for it, okay? And I hope you do too. You do?
I like the Moth guy. I think he's funny.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Aerostar
intro of the match.
Oh, sorry,
hanging out. You remember that, Matt? It's like Mac and Machine Man just beating each other up, and then here is Mothman hanging out with Alien Dude. And they're just chilling.
Having a
Alien
good time.
Dude drop kicks him.
No. Well, basically, Steven.
Unfortunate.
Marty the Moth by the end of the match is like up in the corner. He's about to do a big dive onto the outside on top of Mac and Cage, all the big beefy men, okay? And then as he's about to do his moth dive to the outside, Aerostar runs up the turnbuckle, nails an avalanche Rana, and gets the win, pinning Marty the Moth.
That's crazy.
1, 2, 3. Aerostar has an ancient Aztec medallion.
He's now joined with the greats like
Ray Phoenix and Jack Evans. So
yeah,
pretty big.
The greats, you know?
Pretty big. Well, like, listen, why are we giving all the people who we probably assume are gonna live forever chances at immortality? Because Aerostar is an alien man. Hybrid machine. Like he's half rocket ship,
you know?
Half alien. Yeah, they could last for thousands of years.
He could last for 2 years. We won't know.
I guess, and in that instance, maybe it's best that he does have the chance at immortality. But I assume he probably lives longer than 2 years.
And Cage is a machine man. He doesn't need it.
He will live forever as long as he's maintained in maintenance.
He needs his oil checked.
Exactly. Steven.
And then, what's up?
Steven, we move on from that match. Again, shouts out to Aerostar for getting that Aztec medallion, to backstage, where we see our Trios champions, Cuck Angle, all hanging out, okay? And they are, as always, arguing. It's Angelico, Ivelisse, and Son of Havoc. They're trying to train, prepare for their next championship match or something, and they're getting in a whole little scuffle. Like they're not able to cooperate as usual, Steven. But then guess what happens?
Yo, our girl, Maxine from NXT comes up.
Katrina's here, Steven.
And she's like, yo, woman of the group, I'm gonna lick your face now.
Yo,
and then she does.
Happen. It does kind of happen.
Pretty cool.
To give a little more context, before Katrina shows up, Ivelisse says, if we can't get on the same page, all three of us, God help us. And then Katrina shows up, and she says,
Who is God?
How cute. She might be God. This is very possible.
Might be a God being.
She says, how cute, Ivelisse. God can't help you, because sooner or later, death is coming for all three of you. And then it's just kind of awkward, because Ivelisse says that, sorry, not Ivelisse, Katrina says that, and then lifts her napkin in the air, and just kind of sits there, like stands there for a few seconds. And then
behind Cuck Angle, the Skelebros pop up with lightning flashes on the screen.
No!
And they're like electrified.
Steven,
skeleton
the Skeleton
people.
Brothers, for those at home who might not know all three of the Skeleton Brothers, why don't you name them all off for us?
Skelebro Jr., Skelebro Sr., and Skelebro the Third.
You are so right. They all show up, the Disciples of Death, and then we never really see it. It's kind of left to the imagination, but like the screen keeps flashing a whole bunch, and then it stops flashing, and Cuck Angle are just in a pile on the ground.
You got beat
and
up.
then the camera pans.
On.
They did get ganged on. The camera pans to Mil Muertes, who is just here all of a sudden, and Katrina leads him forward.
Of the beating up of Cuck Angle?
That's a great question. I doubt it, because he has bigger things, like the main event tonight, Steven. You know? He has to save his energy for Drago, so I doubt he expended it on Cuck Angle. And so, I guess that's the next trios match probably, is Cuck Angle versus the Disciples of Death. Sinestro de la Muerte, Embadio Negro, and who's the other one? Shit. Damn it. Fuck.
Dude.
Yeah, him.
That's his name, dude.
Them. They're gonna fight Cuck Angle, so I'm excited, but not as excited as I was for the main event of the evening, the #1 contendership for a shot at the Lucha title at Ultima Lucha 1 is on the line tonight, Steven. Drago, who has rightfully earned that title match, now has to put it on the line because Dario Cueto is such a small little man who can't stand up for himself. He was intimidated by Katrina.
Against ghost women. You just can't,
and
they're just
to be
strong.
fair, Katrina was strangling him at the moment, like when he gave Mil Muertes this match. So like there was physical force used, but he could have taken her. Dario could have had that in the bag. But either way, #1 contendership match, Drago versus Mil Muertes. And Steven, Drago comes out and is all black.
He's like he ate like a pen before the match. And like the
gargled,
just exploded on it,
He bit into a ballpoint pen is what happened. And just all over his chest. It's kind of crazy looking.
Poor guy.
Yeah, poor man.
He comes out with his dragon gear, he spreads his wings out, and the crowd's like, yeah, we saw this like an hour ago. Woo.
You mean Sexy Star, they saw it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he comes into the ring, right? But then
nice.
A really big man pops up behind him. And it's the wrestling god.
The Ryback is here. And he...
the big man. He's here.
Yeah.
Making his Lucha Underground debut.
But no, it's actually... It's Hernandez. Hernandez is here, Steven.
And then Hernandez is there. And he starts whipping the dragon with a belt.
With a belt?
And like, ow. Stop whipping me with your belt. And then Hernandez is like, oh, okay. And then he stops and just leaves.
Well, first he strangles Drago for a little bit with the belt too, which I thought was cool.
That's fair.
and then he leaves. And Drago's unable to stand up. Drago is incapacitated.
Oh, no.
So we cut the commercial, so hopefully he's okay when we get back, okay? But why did Hernandez attack Drago?
Because 2 weeks ago, Drago beat Hernandez for the title match.
But fair and square.
Match.
It was fair and square.
Fuck you.
Oh, shit.
That's
okay,
why.
my bad. I guess so. And so we come back from commercial, and now we have Mil Muertes coming out. And Drago's still on the ground, but he's telling the ref, I can go. I can still do this. And the ref is like, okay, Drago, if you insist. And then Matt Striker brings up the point that this match has happened before, Mil Muertes versus Drago. And Drago lost.
Yeah, Drago got demolished, remember, guys?
Yeah,
but
real
that's
bad.
okay, because this is a new Drago. This is the black Drago,
exactly.
not the blue Drago. This Drago eats ink.
Pens. The whole pen he'll eat. And then Matt Striker is saying all that stuff, right? He's trying to defend Drago, build him up. And then Vampiro's like, yeah, Matt, but this is also a new Mil Muertes. Remember how we came back from the dead? And then Matt's
also
like, well,
black
shit.
now, not blue.
It's true. They're both so much darker than they used to be. So this match could go either way, Steven. Because guess what? Guess what has happened since the last time these two squared up?
What happened?
Drago lost 5 matches to Aerostar. So, you know, a lot has changed. So, basically, none of Drago's offense is really doing anything this match because he's a hurt little man. But he's still fighting through the pain. He's still trying his best. And you know, Mil Muertes is just a powerhouse. At one point, he spears Drago, and the crowd all starts chanting, "Get the coffin," which has to be demoralizing if you're a Dragon Man, you know?
Poor Dragon Man. This isn't the first time he's on the floor in front of this dead big man.
That's so sad. It's really not.
In his life.
It is.
And then
at one
Mil
point,
puts him down.
Like he shoots him with the drugs they used to put dogs down.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's so sad.
He trimmed the dragon's nails, and the dragon's like, "Ow, my nails! That's too high up. You can't trim there, dude."
Devastating. That's devastating. So Drago, with only a few minutes left to live, you know, he makes peace. He says goodbye to the audience. And...
Goodbye, world. He flies away.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's
I'm not fit for this anymore.
No. And then also what happens is Mil Muertes throws Drago into the crowd. Mil at one point kicks out of the dragon's lair, which is pretty cool.
No,
the move.
The dragon's lair, not the evil roll-up of doom.
Listen, I saw that. I saw the
like
dragon's lair. I think it was a 2 count. I think it was, fortunately.
Thank goodness.
And I was like, oh my goodness, is Drago gonna win? But no, Drago's not gonna win.
It's like that one episode 205 Love I watch, or it's like Lince Dorado versus... Fuck, who's the other guy? Who's Lucha Man again?
The Brian Kendrick, Lince Dorado, Grand Metalik.
Kalisto. It was Kalisto versus Lince Dorado, right? Lince Dorado does like a shooting star press. It gets like a 2 count, right? And he's like, oh shit, I don't have any other moves. No.
Fuck, damn it.
Fuck, how am I gonna win this match now?
Yeah. It makes sense. Because I feel like that shit would happen in the video games, you know, like you're doing like a story mode, and like it's like, fuck, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I get it.
I don't have any other moves. Damn it.
Exactly.
It sucks.
Exactly. Mil Muertes, Steven, he hits the flatliner, he pins Drago. Mil Muertes
Drago's dead.
Has stolen the title shot from Drago, which is so fucking sad. But at least I think this means Drago's
banger of a match. Exactly. Drago versus Prince Puma.
Who would win? But I think it works out because at the end of the day, Drago got his job back in Lucha Underground, and if there's anything a Dragon Man needs to get by in this world, it's a decent wage
or 1K.
Exactly, and that's what Dario's offering here. So Katrina licks Drago after the match. And then Mil Muertes stands tall.
Ew, this stains my teeth. This sucks.
Oh yeah, she got a bunch of like pen ink all in her mouth. It was gross as shit. Yeah. Prince Puma and Conan come out. They don't come to the ring, but they stand at the top of the stairs and they stare down at fucking Mil Muertes and Katrina. They lift their rock and napkin in the air, intimidating as ever. I know.
My red napkin and rock. Oh shit.
And in response, Prince Puma lifts up his Lucha title. and there's a standoff, Steven. This match will be our main event of Ultima Lucha. Can you even wait for it? Are you so excited or what?
Is it like 10 weeks from now?
Probably, man. It's probably in like 10 weeks.
So much fucking build up. Holy shit.
Yeah, we got a little bit to go. We got a little bit to go. But it's okay. We'll make it, Steven. We'll make it. But that was how this episode of Lucha Underground, the Death versus the Dragon, that's how it ended. And so, what are your thoughts overall? Yeah.
That fucking... When did Drago get, like, ink on his mouth and chest? When was that
I don't know.
established?
Man, because last week he did show up with the black face paint, which is a little questionable.
He's slowly, like, always, like, putting more stuff on his face, you know?
He is. And this is, like
eyeliner and stuff.
Oozing down to his chest. It's really disgusting. It's really gross. That is a great takeaway. My takeaway is that we have a new bona fide star in the company, and his name is Superfly. And so I'm excited about that.
Oh my gosh, the man loses his mask and it's like a Chad all of a sudden. This is awesome.
He's in a very select few who have won a match in Lucha Underground clean, you know?
Sexy star.
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah? No more comments? You're out of comments? This episode has left you speechless, is what's happening.
I think Superfly, very handsome dude. Would totally love to go on a date with him.
His hair is so greasy, bro.
It's literally just like wax, dude. You ever waxed your hair before?
No, because you saw him in his interview with Vampiro. His hair still looked like that. Okay?
Oh, no. You never put hair products in your hair
if your hair's product is making your hair look greasy, it's time to switch hair products. That one's not for you. You know?
Oh, no.
Yeah, man. I don't know what your goal... Steven, what do you go for? When you're putting product in your hair, what are you going for? What look do you want?
Going for that Super Saiyan hair where it's all spiked up, you know?
Oh, shit. That's kind of cool,
Anime hair.
That's badass, actually. That would look really cool with your headphones smushing it as well.
It would.
That's badass. So, Steven, I think it's about time we get to the week of professional wrestling from when Death versus the Dragon aired. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Steven.
What's up, man? Welcome back, everybody.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. We are in the week of. We're going to talk about everything that happened from that week of professional wrestling when Lucha Underground aired. But first, Steven, I need you to guess what the approximate date is of the week we're about to recap, okay?
Isn't like
dig into that little brain.
Isn't like June 20th, right? Is it June 20th? 2015?
Steven, I will give it to you. We are on June 24th of 2015. Fuck. So very good. Very good. Very good.
So close.
Almost exact, some would say. But listen.
I mean, I got the Raw date, right? I assume.
You know what? You bring
maybe not Raw. Like SmackDown or something.
Close enough. You got like the pay-per-view or some shit. Who knows?
Yo, is there another pay-per-view this week?
No. It was last week. So it was last week.
Oh my goodness. I forgot they did like a pay-per-view every 2 weeks. How do they
all
afford that?
The time, man. I love
bars having to like afford like all those pay-per-views.
That is so sad.
Sucked ass, dude.
Poor Buffalo Wild Wings. But also, Steven, I love, it makes me appreciate so much the current WWE pay-per-view schedule, because it's like, oh, we'll have one like maybe every 2 months now, which I find
Is it 2 months? That's a month. That's every month.
I don't know.
Like
I feel
weeks.
like there was a pretty big gap between the UK show we watched and then Saudi, right? Wasn't there? And did the Saudi even count? Who knows?
Who even Saudi knows? Is the least bought pay-per-view ever, which is crazy because who buys pay-per-views, you know? Bars.
Yeah, like what the fuck? That's on them for buying them, man. That's really fucked up.
I mean,
really
if
weird.
You're like a bar owner, you can't really like stream. Apparently, like you can't stream from the network to your bar. You have to like buy it.
That's kind of crazy. But also, who's checking that? Who's auditing this? Like, if you're using the streaming service, you know?
I don't know.
Like, no one gives a shit. No, because the
same
thing is like
watch
with Spotify.
Wrestling events at like theaters. Did you know that?
Yeah, I watched AEW Revolution 2021 when I first moved to Austin. I watched that in a movie theater with my dad. I don't know.
Why?
We just wanted to. No, it was like a half full theater. It was pretty good, but we showed up before, so we watched the buy-in at the theater, and it got stuck, Steven. The stream got stuck.
Oh no!
Not frozen, but looping the same 5 seconds over and over again. Have I shown you that before or no?
No.
Have I? Oh my god! Do you want me to try finding it on my phone right now? It was
yes.
It was a promo package for a match later in the episode, and it was like the Young Bucks, okay, and they were just talking their little hearts out for like it was like 15 minutes. It went on without exaggeration, and then fucking finally it kicked in. But let me see.
This is a Young Bucks promo.
It was
That's like Groundhog's Day. This is the worst.
I found it, Steven. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let me get my sound going. This is what I heard on loop in the movie theater.
These guys are great. There's all this hype. Oh, Young Bucks. These guys are great. There's all this hype. Oh, Young Bucks. These guys are great. There's all this hype.
The Young Bucks. These guys are great.
There's all this hype. Oh, Young Bucks. These guys are great. There's all this hype. Oh, Young Bucks. These guys are great.
It kept going. The Young Bucks, these guys are great. There's all this hype behind them. And it's the Young Bucks saying it too. It's so
This is done intentionally by the Young Bucks, I feel like.
Damn, you think so? Damn. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Shouts out. That was a good time. I really enjoyed it, actually. That was a good pay-per-view, and it was cool to watch it in the theater. I thought it was going to suck, but it was pretty fun. So...
Was it like cheer during the theater or like quiet?
People would get excited. There wasn't like clapping per se, but like there was like, oh, or oh. Yeah.
Oh my god, Anna Jay, that's crazy.
I know.
Favorite wrestler of all time.
People loved the Serena Deeb versus Riho match. Okay, I was in a arena full of marks, you know.
Serena should have won the title, dude.
Damn. I mean, I don't think Riho was champion at the time, to be fair, but yeah, true. I agree.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that was the show where...
That's crazy to me. She was the first
Riho
one,
was
right?
the first. Yeah,
second one?
I think first, and then Nyla won it
crazy.
from her. Yeah.
Where's she now?
Beating fucking Triple H's ass. Didn't you see, Steven? Every time Riho's on AEW television, they destroy NXT in the ratings. This is lore. This is official lore. Haven't you known?
Not Shawn Michaels. Poor guy.
So sad. Steven, we are not talking about the week of June 24th of 2015. Listen.
Yeah.
Back in June 24th of 2015, there are rumors swirling all over the place that Dolph Ziggler is currently unhappy with his place in WWE and may leave after his contract runs out. What say you?
Oh my goodness. I think he might leave, guys, for New Japan Wrestling.
There were like these rumors, I feel like, for like a good 3 years around this time, you know? Where it was like, Dolph Ziggler might leave.
Year.
Dolph Ziggler,
year.
He might pursue stand-up comedy full time. You know, like, shut the fuck up.
The great career stand-up comedy, you know?
Jesus Christ. But the news report I read, it said that Ziggler indicated he will, and I quote, leave like Johnny Mundo unless he gets a big push.
Johnny Mundo leave?
He did, yeah. Johnny Mundo chose to leave, which is good.
Okay.
Which is good.
Not the second time, though. Not the second time.
Not the second time, sadly. But Steven, later this week, as the rumors are swirling, guess what happens?
He resigned.
He resigned with WWE. And then can you guess what else happened to Dolph that week?
Did he get like a career match, right? Was that what happened?
Nope, that's not what happened. Instead,
next year,
he found himself a life partner. He found the love of his life.
What?
He came out on Raw and he said, "Guys, I need to go public with my relationship. It's been too long."
Who is he fucking?
He is fucking Lana.
What?
Oh my
goodness.
Lana came out for the first time ever with her hair down, and she said,
"Does she have an accent?"
I don't know. Probably at this point, yeah.
Okay.
And she was like, "It started out, and I was only fucking Dolph because I wanted revenge on Rusev. But then we discovered it was real love." By the way, the revenge was for Rusev losing to John Cena 5 times. So that's a little sad.
Fuck someone else because he lost his job.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, they're in a loving relationship, Lana and Dolph Ziggler.
Is this the first of the cuck angles?
It's the first one I really remember.
What's with these Rusev cuck angles? Did Vince just really like dislike Rusev and Lana?
This poor man, I know.
Sucks so much.
Then Rusev comes out on crutches, okay?
Oh no.
And he's devastated by the loss of his wife. And he says, "Well, you know what? I have a new woman too." And then Summer Rae comes out.
Holy shit. Shine on me. Is that her song?
Exactly. And then he says, Lana, I'm glad you're with Dolph Ziggler.
I'm fucking Summer Rae now.
I'm fucking Summer Rae. And also when I kissed you, it was like kissing a cold, dead fish.
Holy shit.
Of course, I don't want to spoil anything, but in a few weeks from now, I do believe there is a dead fish thrown at Summer Rae. So we have a lot.
Epic foreshadowing.
A lot to look forward to is the point.
Is this the switcheroo one where they switcheroo after a while?
Where like they start fucking their rightful spouses? I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. They're all over the place.
I remember I watched like the Enzo segment with Lana because I was like finding TikTok footage, and when she opens the door, she's like, "Oh, Enzo,"
Ooh.
and she like puts on her accent like immediately after that. It was really awkward.
That was live from Austin, Texas. I was there at that SmackDown Live when she tried fucking Enzo. I remember it. I think I've told this story on the podcast before. I remember it because Enzo he got the phone call from Lana and was gonna go see her. And then I think it was like Big Cass or something was like, well, Zoe, you gotta go. And then Enzo was like, okay, I'm gonna give myself an Uber. And then the entire crowd in Austin started chanting, there's no Uber. Because at the time it was banned in the city of Austin. I know.
You should have sent a taxi.
Well, no.
Or a free bird.
He got the Uber somehow and he almost had sex with Lana. He did not, though, because Rusev watched. I think that's how that went.
To ruin the sex.
Yeah.
Well, he's
that
like,
is so many cuck angles.
No. Because like Lana was like, I'm gonna have sex with you, Enzo. Take off your pants. And Enzo's like, ooh, bada bing, bada boom. Let me go take off my pants. And Lana's like, you're a dumbass. And then Rusev's there and he beats up Enzo.
No, poor Enzo.
It was a bait. It was a master bait from Lana.
No. But count them, Steven. Three cuck angles.
Has there been an AEW?
Huh? Oh, with Miro?
Has there been any cuck angles in AEW? Yeah.
I don't think Miro cucked Kip Sabian out of Penelope Ford, but there was a lot of ground there they could have covered.
Kip Sabian did cuck someone from Penelope Ford.
That is true. So I guess peripherally involved in a cuck angle was Miro, which is good news. Okay. Great news, actually. That's good to know. So, yeah, Dolph Ziggler's sticking around. He's fucking Summer Rae and Lana. Good for him. Tyson Kidd, Steven. We have an update after Samoa Joe.
Oh my goodness. Is he alive?
He is alive, and he is going to be undergoing full neck surgery.
Oh, shit.
But all the journalists are hopeful. They're like, this is the same surgery other guys like Owen Hart and Stone Cold.
The same surgery Owen Hart got and Stone Cold.
And Chris Benoit. And so, like, they all turned out fine from what I remember, I think. And Saraya. And Saraya all turned out just fine. And so he's thought to be out of action for a little over a year.
Oh my goodness, a year?
14 months to be
This is a
exact.
hindsight thing right here. This is like when people watch movies and use hindsight.
I know.
And the reasons why this movie sucks.
I know. It's
why
so
did
sad.
Glenn go under the dumpster, guys?
Yeah, why did Glenn Jacobs go under the dumpster? Who knows?
Glenn Jacobs should just choke some of the zombies. Come on.
He should have. Steven, how excited are you that Tyson Kidd is coming back in 14 months?
Oh my god, I'm excited for Tyson Kidd to come back.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
What did he do? What does Angles be? He had like no personality on TV, did he?
No, that's why I was always so confused why you liked him so much, man.
He's a wrestling god.
Oh shit, I forget sometimes. My bad. He had some cool matches in NXT. You're so right.
And one on the main roster against Fandango and Summer Rae.
Yo, that's pretty sick. I like the Dolph Ziggler Tyler Breeze match that happened on a SmackDown pay-per-view. That was pretty sick. So
that was a match?
Yes, on pay-per-view.
For who?
That's when Summer Rae would feed him grapes. It was awesome, okay?
Which one?
Tyler Breeze. She would feed him grapes.
Is she like taller than him?
Probably. But it's okay. It's okay, man. Okay, so Jeff Jarrett, Steven, we've been talking about him a whole bunch in our 2015 recaps. He's the owner of Global Force Wrestling. He's doing some wild-ass shit. He joined Bullet Club a few weeks ago, okay?
That happened. That's crazy to me.
Well, now he has shown up on TNA with his wife this week.
Oh my goodness.
Despite owning a competing company, okay? And he starts out his promo on TNA by saying, hey guys, you're probably wondering why I'm here, because I got Global Force Wrestling, but I'm going to talk about that another time. Which, by the way, I didn't realize this. Global Force Wrestling is like not a real company. They've had like 2 shows. Which I guess we kind of did talk about a little bit ago, like a month or so ago, that they had their first shows and they were main evented by the Good Brothers. But like barely a real company, and now they're getting exposure on TNA for some reason, okay? And Jeff Jarrett's on the microphone with his wife next to him, and he was like, I got a phone call from TNA, and they were like, Jeff, and I said, TNA, why are you calling me? And I almost hung up right then. But they said, Jeff, we want you to come back. And then I definitely almost hung up. But then they said, Jeff, we want you to come back and fight for the TNA championship. Oh, in a ladder match. Well, again, this is a 55-year-old.
The first time was awesome, you know? Be great this time.
I think peak TNA was back when it was a TNA NWA.
Jeff Jarrett, the show.
Know? Exactly. So, Steven, Jeff Jarrett says, I had to accept. They wanted me in a King of the Ladder match for the TNA championship. How could I refuse? So, he is going to later this week be at Slammiversary, one of the 5 biggest TNA shows of the year.
Which one's the WrestleMania for TNA again? Is this Slammiversary?
Well, it's Slammiversary, and it's also Victory Road, and also the other one, and so all
Bound
those.
for Glory.
Bound for Glory, that one's there too. Ultimate Deletion, that one's pretty good as well. So it's all great. It's all wonderful. And Jeff Jarrett earned himself a main event spot with 4 other men. Steven,
Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy was one of them.
There you go,
Jeff
baby.
Jarrett, Matt Hardy, 3 other people. Who are the 3 others, Steven? You're on a roll.
Shit. I don't know who's in TNA at this point.
Let's go.
Moose.
You got one. Ooh, good guess. Moose was not in this match. The other people in this match were Drew McIntyre.
What? That's crazy to me.
Eric Young. And the glorious, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, according to Kurt Angle, Bobby Roode.
Let's go, baby. That guy's winning.
Let's fucking go. This is a 5-way ladder match, Steven. Who is your pick to win Bound for Glory's main event? Or sorry,
Eric Young.
Slammiversary's main event.
Eric Young. Wins? Eric Young's going over.
You'd be wrong, Steven. The owner of Global Force Wrestling, the real Double J, Jeff Jarrett, is our TNA champion, baby.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
I don't remember this happening. I don't even close to remember this happening, Steven. But Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
TNA post like 2007.
Well, listen, he came back in 2015 and he won the gold week 1. So, shouts out to Jeff.
A big push for our boy Jeff right there.
It is.
Where's the lie?
And folks, where's the lie?
Where's the lie?
Steven, I have to tell you, this is a new era of TNA, okay?
Is it Impact now?
Well, I think it was Impact like as of a couple months ago, like we talked about.
Okay.
But
logo change and stuff.
They do have a new debut on the roster, a return, some would say. Steven, I'll give you a hint. He was in the episode of Lucha Underground we watched for this week.
What the fuck?
Now, who do you think has violated their Lucha Underground contract and showed up in Impact Wrestling?
What? Their contract? Is it Marty the Moth?
Not Marty the Moth. Steven.
Man, thank goodness. I was so glad when you said that, dude.
Who is no longer in his Lucha Underground contract has shown up in TNA, I guess maybe as a free agent. In Florida is none other
Florida? That sucks,
than the god himself.
What?
Super Max Hernandez is here in TNA.
Storyline right now.
I know he is. They've already taped episodes until August, man.
Isn't it a big controversy where they couldn't like do any other shows? Like,
there actually was a bit of controversy. So, like, this week, actually, in the news from 2015, all the Lucha Underground wrestlers are kind of getting pissed off because they're like, we want to do season 2, but you haven't told us if there's going to be a season 2, and we're afraid to take bookings that might conflict with filming season 2, so you need to tell us if we're able to take bookings. And then Lucha Underground's like, sorry guys, we don't know yet. And so everyone at Lucha Underground's kind of pissed. Exactly. And one amigo, Hernandez, was like, fuck it, and he just left, man.
Pretty based.
And so Hernandez is going to be guaranteed another 2 months of Lucha Underground TV time, and also some TV time and Impact. So, shouts out.
Oh my goodness, this is awesome, dude. I love Hernandez. That guy's sick. I love his strut.
I do too. I love his go-gettitiveness, his stick-to-itiveness. I love the fact that he is willing to, turn his back completely on one company to make a name for himself. I respect it.
Pretty base. He wants the money, And he has to feed his kids somehow, man?
But I personally will never forgive him for turning on Lucha Underground. He's a traitor, and he's not to be spoken of on this podcast ever again.
I'm having an anxiety attack over Lucha Underground's rating, guys. Isn't looking so good right now, man.
It's gonna plummet without Hernandez there, man.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how they recover. So
post Hernandez, Lucha Underground, there's no fucking way that shit survives, dude. Okay.
No. But Steven, this whole entire time, apparently, Hernandez has also been working for some promotions over in Mexico. Okay? And in this article I read from 2015, it says, most notably, he's been doing a lot of work for competition over in Mexico. This competition is called All Elite. What? All Elite Wrestling, Steven, was a company in Mexico in 2015. How has no one brought this up before? Okay?
Are we the originators of this news?
Listen, I don't know if it's because Wrestling News Blog lady just fucked up whatever she was typing or what. Because there is no documentation of an All Elite Wrestling in Mexico aside from this one Wrestling News Blog lady article where she says that Hernandez was working for All Elite in Mexico in 2015. So I don't know.
Guys.
Hernandez was the first person to be All Elite, man. Tony Khan had a test run down in Mexico in 2015 we didn't know about. This is crazy.
How old was Tony during this time? Was he like 30?
Shit, probably, yeah, man. And so, I searched so hard for what she could possibly be talking about, and I can't find it. But apparently Hernandez was All Elite before we knew it, man. Shouts out.
That's insane, dude.
He's the god of this shit for a reason. He is a wrestling god.
He's All Elite, baby. Good for Hernandez. That guy's sick. I love his All Elite attitude that he has. Like,
me too, man.
Leaving companies for other bigger companies.
Well, speaking of leaving companies,
TNA isn't bigger.
Oh, they're huge. Steven, speaking of leaving companies, two TNA Impact stars have officially left their contracts. Again, marking this new era of TNA. Can you guess who these two people might be?
Who the fuck's a TNA this time? Was it a tag team? Is that my hint?
No.
Fuck.
Two pretty big stars. I think both champions in TNA at one point.
Is it Bobbert? Bobbert Rude? What? That didn't happen yet? Shit.
Bobby's sticking around for a while, Steven.
How is Triple H doing NXT right now? Is it big NXT yet or no?
No, man, you know this. It's Prince Devitt and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn with Solomon Crow hanging out, you know?
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in TNA. I forgot he was in NXT.
Yeah, they're going wild down there. Well, listen, the two people
is leaving... it Matt? Who is it?
Matt Fuck is the answer. You got it right, actually. Matt Fuck is no longer in Impact Wrestling. He's going to All Elite in Mexico, unfortunately. Steven, the two men who have left TNA are Low Key and Austin Aries. So,
oh my gosh,
devastating day for TNA.
Well, Austin Aries is pretty big, isn't it, at the time?
I mean, I guess, but I think even back then they were both kind of known as dicks and assholes, you know?
Oh. Well, Loki right now is doing great, you know?
Yeah, he's hanging out in MLW, I think. So
hell yeah.
That's the big leagues, I hear. So
Major League Wrestling, baby.
Exactly. And then also Austin Aries, not only did he leave TNA, but he's already signed on with an LA-based talent agency. So he's going to be the next big thing in Hollywood, I think.
Holy shit.
This Austin Aries.
That's crazy. I didn't know wrestling agencies existed.
No. he like a Hollywood agent. Like I think he wanted to be like an actor. Kind of tough, you know.
Look at that, Austin.
Yeah, he's getting there. Like, I've seen him in a couple of things, maybe.
Like what?
Was he in Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies? I saw that.
No.
Fuck. I'm sure his IMDb probably says he was at WrestleMania like 37. You know, like that's pretty cool. So
is he?
He is that.
Was he at WrestleMania 37? That count?
He did commentary at one of
pre-show.
them. He did commentary, I thought. Yeah, I think so. Who the fuck knows, Steven? But listen, also around this time, big news in wrestling, more signings and departures. Nick Aldis, you know, the former Magnus in TNA, has signed with Jeff Jarrett's Global Force Wrestling. Big get. And I only bring this up.
His wife's pretty sick. I think is his wife Mickie James yet?
His wife, I believe, is Mickie James at this point. I think so, but I could be mistaken. So, listen up, Steven. One last week of story for you. And we're going to throw it back to Monday Night Raw from this time in 2015. Because we've been tracking the whole entire reign of Seth Rollins as being part of the Authority, being WWE Champion. And last we heard, there was scorched earth between Seth and his former friends in J&J Security and Kane, okay?
Wow.
But I have good news. My good news is that Seth Rollins now wants to be friends with them again.
Oh, that's so nice.
I know. And to get back their friendship, he's going to make it up to them.
Finlay was part of J&J? You remember that?
I think so, because for like a little bit, one of them was suspended. I think like Jamie Noble or something got suspended or some shit. It was kind of crazy.
Good for Finlay.
Yeah. But listen, Seth Rollins, he really wants to win back their friendship. He knows just the thing. Okay, Steven? Do you remember how he wins back the friendship of J&J and Kane?
With a match.
No, Seth is trying to win them back so he can have their help in a match, actually. So it's like...
Oh, I see.
Yeah, a little shady. But he accomplishes it by giving them gifts. Okay?
What gifts are they? Are these Seth Rollins merchandise?
They are not Seth Rollins merchandise, Steven. Even better.
Oh, no.
Okay? Even better. What Seth Rollins has for all three of them are Apple Watches.
What? The Apple Watch?
The Apple Watch. He gives one to Jimmy. Not
what
Jimmy.
Do they have like a Samsung Galaxy S10?
Seth Rollins knows them and what phones they have. He knows what phone the big red machine uses, Steven, okay?
Yeah, Glenn Jacobs.
Exactly. Jen Glacobs. Holy fuck. And so J&J Security are pumped. They're like, Seth, thank you. We love you again.
Seth.
We'll fight to the death for you. Thank you for our Apple Watches. This is such a cool and relevant reference in 2015. And then
I'm so happy for my Apple Watch.
Kane is there, and he's like, Seth, I don't know. And he's like, he's not that impressed by the Apple Watch.
I have an Android, Seth, and I can't use this.
That's what he says. And Seth's like, well, big guy, I knew that might not be enough for you, but I know just how special you are. I know how many years you put in this industry. I know how much respect you deserve. I did you one better. I know you've been working for so long at this, you monster, you who murdered your parents. I know you've been in this sport for like 30 years, and I also know that over the course of the 30 years you've been here, you've never had a vacation. So that's why I got you an all expenses paid vacation to Hawaii.
Yo, and Glenn Jacobs like sick. I love Hawaii, dude.
And he was kind of like that, and he was like, thank you, Seth. And then they all became friends again, man.
Yay, with Apple Watches and Hawaiian
They
gifts.
had all matching Apple Watches, and they all helped Seth Rollins win in the main event. It was awesome.
Man, weren't Apple Watches like $100 back then? Like 150?
They were a lot, man. I don't know if it was a lot to my 14-year-old brain, at least, you know? It was a lot to me. So I think that'd be badass, even, you know, have a faction of wrestlers and they all have matching Fitbits.
Like
you know, that'd be
Apple
really
Watches.
cool. Yeah.
Because, like, usually wrestlers were like, what, Rolexes, right? Look impressive.
Exactly.
Right?
Shades of
I
Ric
think.
Flair.
I know MVP
I
wear
think
Rolex.
they should come to the ring with Sonic watches from Target You know, all of them sporting their Sonic watches.
All the kids
one on
watches.
each wrist. I think it'd be pretty sick. Or that one Swatch they sold in 2012 that was Shawn Michaels limited edition, and my grandparents bought me 3 of them because they kept
Did you buy that one?
No, my grandparents bought it for me. I was like 11, but I kept getting it wet. But it was supposed to be waterproof, but it kept ruining it every time. So my grandparents bought me a new one twice, and then on the third one breaking, they were like, JC, just wear the dead watch. It still looks cool. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
Not my HBK Swatch.
My HBK Swatch. It was all rubbery, and it had like white and red on it. It was crazy, man.
That looks sick. Is it the hearts?
A prized possession.
The hearts on it?
I think there was like the heart with the sword through it. It's pretty badass.
It's nice.
Pretty badass. I know. And so this is where we're at in June 24th of 2015, Steven.
Wow, that's great news, dude. I'm so excited for the Seth Rollins news.
Yeah, right. That he's finally back on good terms with J&J and Kane.
When did this happen? How did we get here? When did we start?
Like,
where did we start from?
I remember one of our very first weeks doing this podcast. We started with the shoot interview, the art of wrestling, that has influenced this world of pro wrestling to this day. Okay,
that's crazy. It's still on the news today, which is insane.
Oh my god, I listened to it twice earlier this year, just like to reminisce and like,
why?
God, because it's just, I find it so easy to listen to because it's so fucking interesting. You know, nothing. I think there will never be a more intriguing piece of media.
I got one. Simon Fish, is that his name?
Oh, Bobby Fish.
Simon Gotch.
Oh shit! Shooting on Enzo. Oh fuck!
Banger video, dude.
That's a great choice. That one, the art of wrestling, and then also the promo of Bobby Fish from Impact recently. Folks,
where's the lie?
Did
I don't
you
know
see,
Bobby
Steven?
Fish. I don't know.
We need to get to our current events ASAP because we got some Bobby Fish news up the ass.
ASAP down. Current event time.
ASAP down?
ASAP, because we gotta go ASAP, dude.
Oh fuck, you're right. Let's do it. Steven,
what's up?
It is time for our current event segment on this wonderful edition of Following
Lucha.
Lucha.
I'm excited.
How could you not be when there are so many current events to recap? Okay.
What current events do you have today, man?
Well, I think it's only fair if we start out with our Bobby Fish news of the day.
Hell yeah, my favorite wrestler of all time.
Exactly, and we keep talking
Where's
about
the lie?
Where's the lie? And I think it's really important to note how before the Where's the Lie video, people were already shitting on Bobby Fish because he debuted at Bound for Glory or Slammiversary or one of the Impact shows after leaving AEW, and he came out to a non-zero reaction. The crowd was just utterly silent when he came out, you know?
For Bobby Fish? Why?
For Bobby Fish. I don't know. They're a bunch of dicks, okay? They just didn't like him, I guess.
Oh, man.
But then I found that even funnier because this week I saw in an interview Bobby Fish was talking about his debut and the lack of a reaction. And Bobby Fish said, you know what's especially fucked up about all that? Is I debuted in my hometown of Albany.
No, Bobby Fish, poor guy.
The poor man.
Aww.
He was the hometown hero, showed up unexpected, took crickets, and then he cuts the Where's the Lie promo. It's just, this man has tanked his career in the matter of a month. It's so
but
sad.
It's okay. It's okay for Bobby Fish. Now he's like winning shoot fights with boxer cans.
You know what? That's a great point, Steven. Even more current event. Yeah. He was in a shoot boxing fight in Abu Dhabi or some shit.
The Coca-Cola Arena.
Oh my god. And while he was there, Sammy Guevara was like on commentary.
What?
And yeah. And Bobby Fish at one point during this boxing match tried to suplex his opponent before the referee said, Bobby Fish, you're in a boxing match, you can't do that.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
And then a few minutes later, Bobby Fish.
Is that real?
It's real. I sent you the video, Steven.
No, it got deleted. I couldn't see it.
No. Wait, and then a few minutes later, Bobby Fish knocked out his competitor after trying to suplex him. And
he's hurt. He's old. He's tired. Working the fucking children, dude. This Bobby Fish right here.
And then, Steven, the boxing match ends. Bobby Fish is victorious. They cut to Sammy Guevara and the broadcaster that he's with. And the broadcaster's like, wow, what a fight. What an amazing performance from Bobby Fish. And then Sammy Guevara says, oh, well, where's the lie?
Oh, man.
I know. Sammy Guevara ruined it, and it's not funny anymore.
Where's the lie?
So, Sammy, why'd you have to ruin it? Yeah.
He ruined it. Did he stick out his tongue too while saying that?
I think he did. And then he fucked his girlfriend live on TV. It was kind of crazy, man. While Pam watched. His ex was there too. It was really messed up. Just disgusting show on all accounts, Steven. But it's okay because Bobby Fish won the boxing match, and we're off to the races.
It won't matter when Austin Theory wins his main event match against like Odyssey Jones or something.
What the fuck? I mean, you know what?
I hope that's a real match. I hope that's a real match. I don't know if it's a real match or not.
I guess. And do you say that
Did you see that banger of a match, dude? Austin Theory versus Odyssey Jones on main event.
Pretty sick. But are you speculating this will be our main event because Austin Theory can no longer challenge for the WWE Universal Championship?
No, it's not the Universal title. It's any WWE title.
Oh no, I know, but when he had the Money in the Bank briefcase, which he did 7 days ago, he would have been able to cash it in on Roman Reigns theoretically.
What happened?
Well, he cashed in his Money in the Bank, Steven. But
on what? On who? Who could he cash it in on?
Well, silly you're probably thinking to yourself, he cashed it in on the world champion, and you're an idiot if
and then
you think
got pinned in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that didn't happen, you idiot, you fool. He cashed it in on the US champion and got pinned in 2 minutes. So bite your tongue and watch your mouth, okay?
Makes sense. It makes sense, in story.
Bro lost to Seth Rollins because Bobby Lashley showed up. And like, I thought it was all jokes. I thought it was all memes when Vince first stepped down from everything and they were like, oh shit, if I'm Austin Theory, I'm panicking. Right?
Oh man, for Austin Theory, dude.
Austin Theory is an NXT guy. Austin Theory was there for a while.
Yeah, NXT jobber.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Austin Theory was the guy who was like making blowjob references like backstage, It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's what he's back to.
I like main roster Austin Theory. I think he's a cool character.
I only like him because do you remember Jared Myers, the young man who interviewed Jeff Hardy earlier this year?
Jeff Hardy, yeah. What happened?
Do you remember when Jeff Hardy was in AEW for like a month? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Is he still in AEW? Or is he still like injured? He's injured?
No, he's still in rehab, I believe.
Oh, but I thought he didn't want to do that. His family.
I think he's doing it.
It would affect his family.
I think he's doing it, which is good. Listen, Steven, okay? Are you listening?
They made me do rehab, dude. Fuck the WWE.
Oh, fuck the
awful.
WWE. Yeah, man.
Jarret
interviewed Jeff Hardy, our sweet boy over at his YouTube channel, the official Jared Myers. And
shout outs.
Now he has taken up doing magic tricks in all his social media. And that's his new thing. He does card tricks. And sometimes he does them with wrestlers, like Zack Ryder.
Wasn't there a wrestler whose gimmick was that?
Huh?
Wasn't there a wrestler whose gimmick is doing magic tricks?
Whose?
I don't know, but he had like 1 million subs on YouTube. And he's like, nah, I'm a full-time wrestler.
Oh,
and then he got like he did like a trial for WWE. He did not pass it because he's not on WWE.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
Poor guy.
No, Steven, that's not who I'm talking about.
He does like a super kick, and when he super kicks you, a bunch of cards fly out. Crazy.
Oh my goodness gracious, that is crazy. Maybe Jared Myers can incorporate that into his moveset one day, okay? But he posted a video of him doing a card trick, and he said, my favorite wrestler, as you all know, is Austin Theory. Shout out to my boy A-Town. And he said, I want to make things a little interesting because I've always wanted Austin Theory merchandise. So if I can successfully do this card trick, I'm going to order an Austin Theory shirt. And then he did the card trick, and he screen recorded him ordering an Austin Theory shirt. So shouts out to Jared Myers.
Shouts out A-Town down.
Yo.
Remember that time where he was at an NXT show, Austin Theory? He's like, I might cash in my Money in the Bank briefcase on the NXT title. And then he didn't.
I feel like that would have been so much better for this man's career.
I feel like that was the original plan.
You think so?
Like, nah.
No, you can't have him go over Braun Breaker. That's fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
Yeah, he goes over like fucking JD McDonald or Dragunov.
Oh my god,
is Dragunov still Russian?
I don't fucking know what any of them are, man. I know JD McDonough is Irish, but this is about it.
Aha, my favorite UK country.
I know. But Steven, where do you think Austin Theory is in a year from now?
I think he's fine.
Oh, like
yeah,
fine
like
in the like Dolph Ziggler fine, where like he's just hanging out making money, or like Roman Reigns fine, where like he's very handsome and also doing good.
I feel like he get like the fucking what's it called? I feel like we'll build him up slowly. You know, he's like what 24.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or maybe you get like the Baron Corbin treatment. It's like, yeah, I'm fine with this. You know, I'm making millions of dollars just jobbing, but I have like a bunch of Rolexes. I'm pretty chill with it.
Also, Steven, who was the last man to pin Roman Reigns? Who was it?
That's fucking crazy. That's insane,
it was Baron Corbin. It was Baron Corbin.
You know what's crazy is that Baron Corbin's new gimmick is just burying like fucking all the work rate wrestlers. I love that so much.
Let's fucking
And then JB on the commentary, like, look at these hornswoggles over here.
Yeah. Fuck the Hornswoggles. I did see in current events, by the way, Hornswoggle's son officially made his pro wrestling debut. Coming to the rescue of his father. Exciting stuff. He's a regular sized human being. Like he's not a little person, and so he's much taller than his dad. I think despite only being like 14 years old or something. So shouts out to
in wrestling already.
To Landon Swoggle. Well,
that's crazy, dude.
He just saved his dad. You know, I don't know if he wrestled a match or anything.
Now watch what happens, JC. Tonight on Raw, because of Monday, right? This episode's gonna come out. Austin Theory's gonna somehow get his Money in the Bank briefcase back. The segment would be completely useless.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be like, Austin, you cashed in during an open challenge versus Seth Rollins. So you technically never cashed in the contract. Here's your Money in the Bank briefcase back, Austin.
That'd be good. I'd vouch for the idea that we have another Money in the Bank ladder match. And we do all the exact same people and spots as the one that Austin Theory won, and have him win again.
Even the introduction of Austin,
he shows up at the end of the special. I think so.
We got another competitor for this match. You know, it's Austin Theory with his old theme song too.
Hell yeah!
I'm only 22, but I don't know what the song is.
I think it's a Taylor Swift song. That's awesome, man. And so. By the way, have you seen all the videos on Twitter from the Masked Singer, Steven?
I did not, because I didn't click on the link.
But do you know what I'm about to tell you?
Maybe.
That the Masked Singer is airing right now on whatever the fuck station, NBC, ABC, wherever it is. And the whole premise of that show, I'm sure most people know, it's a very big show, is that there are a bunch of celebrities and they're put inside and they're put inside of giant animal costumes, and they all sing their little hearts out every week, and a panel of celebrity judges have to guess who the singing celebrity under the animal outfit is, and they do this every week.
Options, you know,
so many.
Like Ninja. Who would have said Ninja?
Like Ninja. Who
would have said Ninja? Legit, who would have said Ninja if he just started singing?
Who would have said Rudy Giuliani last season, okay? No one.
Yeah.
But guess what? There's one person on Masked Singer this season who is dressing up as a dinosaur / bride, a pink dinosaur bride. And it is very obviously, no doubt to anyone who has ears, Chris Jericho singing under this dinosaur bride mask, okay? Like, to the fullest extent, this is Chris Jericho singing Shut Up and Dance. Well, no, he was singing Walk the Moon, unfortunately.
Wow.
Quite horribly, by the way.
When is Drake Bell going to be on an episode? And then they realize he's a pretty bad person.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that one anytime soon, Steven. I hate to say it.
Nikki Bella's on the show.
Nikki Bella, they have 2 wrestlers on the Masked Singer this season, you think? That is very exciting. No, Nikki Bella is actually on a different reality show this week, Steven.
Oh, no.
She was on... Fuck, I don't even know what it's called, man. It's some new reality show that's going to be on TV, hosted by like one of the Wayans brothers, and the idea is like you face you're a celebrity and you face your fears on the reality show. Okay.
What?
And the
like
Bella
Fear
twins.
Factor?
Yeah, but famous people and less bugs. And so the Bella twins were on, and they have a fear of heights, so they put them in a VR headset and sprayed them
that's
with
the worst.
I know, sprayed them with water and wind, and put them in a hot air balloon.
They fall over and die?
They lived, fortunately, and then I think they started
Goodness.
twerking and like doing really seductive dances. It was crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's what the gimmick
man.
was for a bit.
It was kind of. They were never really like that great at throwing it back, though. You know, like they're kind of like scrawny white girls. You know, who don't have the most like control of their bodies. I don't
What?
think.
You're telling me that the Bella twins can't twerk, dude? You're fucked up.
Listen. All I'm saying is
is
that I saw the
awful.
video from like
They're
yesterday
sexist
on
pigs
Twitter.
for saying
I mean,
this.
I don't know. I feel like I could give props if they were able to do it. You know, Sasha Banks.
Speaking-
bless her heart. You know. But the
Speaking
Bella
of women.
twins. Okay.
Speaking of women, dude.
Yeah. Great.
My girl Saraya, the person who looks like our girlfriend Paige
Yeah.
in 2015,
Of course.
she made a tweet saying, "Yo, if you're gonna wrestle me, don't fucking touch my back, okay? Like you
What?
cannot wrestle me from behind."
What do you mean?
She's saying if she's wrestling, you cannot do moves on her back.
Well,
Like,
like
behind her.
to be fair, when you're on a roster with Ember Moon, I'd kind of also want that to be a policy.
I
you
mean,
know?
to be fair, when
Yeah,
you're like
yeah.
wrestling and you can't like take a suplex, you probably shouldn't be wrestling.
No, that's silly,
Um,
Steven. That's silly. We need
Oh man, have you seen
feet-based
that one clip
offense
of like
only.
Ember Moon just being the shit of some girl in like AEW Dark?
Yeah, man. I feel like we
Fucking
talked about
crazy.
it. Jody Threat was her name, and then she was like
Yeah.
real into it. She was like, "Fuck yeah, I wanted her to beat me up," and I was like, "Okay, that's cool, I guess." You know?
Kinky, dude.
Yeah, a little. Sure, man, sure. And so, yeah, Saraya is gonna be back wrestling. She's officially 100% cleared, and she's gonna fight
Which
Britt
doctor
Baker.
was it?
I don't know. I feel like we have this discussion every week. I feel like the answer has not
I bet
changed.
it was Dr. Phil.
Maybe it was Dr. Phil. He has a lot of free time now, I hear. He does. Sorry, is that Dr. Oz? Who's the one that lost the election? I think that's Dr. Oz.
Dr. Pepper.
Did you vote for Dr. Oz, Steven?
No, I voted for my girl, the Green Party.
Marjorie Taylor
Whoop.
Greene? Oh my god, congrats on
Whoop.
that. So glad you voted for her. So listen, Steven. Look here, listen. I have more news about women's wrestling because there was a return on Monday Night Raw from this past week. The Viking Raiders finally have a female in their group.
Yo, I'm so excited for the Viking Raiders. I feel like they debut and re-debut every other month, to be honest.
Listen, I don't understand
awesome.
how there were
I fucking
all
love
those.
them.
This is not me saying I want someone to be fired. This is not me advocating for people losing their jobs. But how were there so many releases and the Viking Raiders are still there? Like that.
Hey, they're
is
really good at
crazy.
politicking, you know?
I guess so.
But like I feel like every time they debut them or like make them return, they never get any reaction. But WWE just keeps on being like, yo, they're gonna get over eventually, guys, you know? We'll have them beat the New Day up.
That's the reset button every time. It's like they debut and they beat up the New Day, and then they'll do
Yeah.
it like again in another
That's how
like
tag
6
teams
months.
get over. It's like, all right, you're gonna beat up the New Day now, okay? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Which, by the way, cool match stipulation this past Friday on SmackDown. It was the
Yeah.
New Day versus the Usos for the tag titles. And if the New Day didn't win, if the Usos kept the titles, that means they would become the longest reigning tag champions in history, dethroning the New Day, who currently had that spot going into the match.
That's
Which
crazy.
is like, that's a
Wonder who
pretty
would've won that match.
badass stipulation. The Usos did win, Steven.
Oh my
which is, like,
goodness.
Quite sad they've already defeated the New Day's record. This is devastating news.
That was so
you know?
quick. It was like 2 years ago, was that right?
I
like
know.
a few
It
years
was,
ago?
it was pretty recent. It was pretty recent. And so
Dang.
it's okay though.
This is the era of the Usos. The Usos.
It is, man. It really
Is that a Logan
truly
Paul
is.
match?
Well, no.
At
What
Saudi
I did see
Arabia?
was the fact that Sarah Logan is the female Viking Raider now, though.
What?
Okay. Sarah Logan is
Holy
she's
shit.
The former
Holy
Riot
shit.
Squad member.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, I can't believe
It's like
it.
when Mia Yim debuted and people were like, oh, cool.
noted member of the alt-right group Boogaloo or something like that, Sarah Logan.
Is she actually?
Well, she posted on her Instagram story that she was going to their rally, so I imagine.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And so she's back, and she's wearing face paint that's like half of her face is just pure black, and then people were like, this is a little problematic, Sarah, and not for the reasons that you would think. This is problematic because you completely ripped off an independent wrestler's gimmick, who has the same hair, outfit, and face paint as you, and has been doing it for years.
Of a Viking?
Well, yeah. So, guys,
is Microsoft going to sue the WWE?
They should.
Taking the game of a Viking person?
They should. Listen, Sarah Logan has this new Viking blackface gimmick, okay? And it does look a lot...
half blackface, like
half
Roddy.
Blackface gimmick, like Roddy Piper, exactly. Different from Roddy Piper, because Roddy Piper split it in half, like, vertically down the middle. This is, like, horizontal line. Yeah.
It's her forehead.
Exactly. From, like, the nose up.
Do this? Is this a stereotype for Vikings?
Listen. There's this wrestler on the indies who has like a kind of Viking gimmick, okay?
Oh no.
And she has like her face painted all cool looking. She has dreadlocks and a single green dreadlock, okay? Which is like, that's her style. Her name is Max.
Sarah Logan also take the single green dreadlock?
Her name is Max the Impaler. She's on the indies. And Sarah Logan showed up, dreadlocks, face paint, and a single green dread, Steven. Okay? So it's like
Axiom all over again, dude.
It's just like Axiom.
My favorite wrestler of all time, Axiom. Dude, Axiom fucking lost to whatever that fucking Brendan Fraser or whatever. It's crazy to me.
Brendan Fraser? I feel like it's a comedian or something.
No, not the show Fraser.
Oh shit. Who's the one comedian that used to be a UFC fighter that everyone fucking hates? No. He's been on Joe Rogan a bunch though, I think.
Oh.
He's tall. He got into a fight with Bobby Lee. Do you know Bobby Lee, Steven?
No.
The comedian? Oh, he's so good. You should love Bobby Lee. I thought his name was Brendan Fraser.
Dude, I was like watching a comedy show the other day at my workplace for this event. And like they made a joke about like how the Japanese, why are they sad about Memorial Day? They should be celebrating, you know? And then I didn't laugh. I kind of just like smirked. And the fucking lady next to me was like, you laughed a little too hard at that joke, huh? Okay, lady. Okay, dude.
What? I hate that you just told that story. It's horrible, Steven. I hate that interaction.
And the thing is, I didn't even laugh. I just like, oh, that's funny, huh? And she's like, you laughed a little too hard.
Too hard on that one, you little rascal. Steven, okay, lady. Edgy. Steven, who was the comedian you were watching?
Fucking, I don't know. Something Rodriguez or whatever.
That's so messed up. Well, okay, Steven. Sarah Logan did rip off the green dread, the face paint, the dreads in general, the outfit. I think the bare feet is a Sarah exclusive though, so shouts out.
The feet, baby!
Mm-hmm.
But I thought her gimmick was just being a Viking. Is this just a stereotypical Viking like look?
I guess, because if you Google female Viking, it looks very similar to just that, so it's like, I don't know. The green dreadlock is the one thing where I'm like, I don't know. Because like when you type in female Viking, they don't have green dreadlocks. Okay?
What? They don't have. They just died back then for green hair.
They did not use green dreadlocks. I don't think, man.
That's crazy, dude.
A little weird. But Steven, I have one last little bit for this podcast, for this episode, and I thought we could go through the Full Gear card together before it happens.
Oh my goodness!
Weekend. Do you want to do it?
Oh my goodness gracious! Yes.
Okay. Well, actually, first before we do that, I have some last non-AEW news, and it relates to the world of the National Wrestling Alliance, Billy Corgan's NWA. Because do you remember how Magnus, Nick Aldis, just signed to GFW in 2015?
No. I do.
We just talked about it. God. And so, listen, Magnus this week, Steven, you know Nick Aldis. He was at All In.
The husband of Mickey James.
Exactly, but he fought Cody Rhodes at All In 2018 when Cody won the NWA title for the first time. He has been like the face of NWA for like the past 4 or 5 years, okay?
Wow, good for him.
I know. And he has officially announced he will not be signing his contract with NWA going forward. After his contract runs out in January, he is leaving.
Oh my God.
And what's really funny about this is he meant to post. You know how Instagram offers like exclusive subscriber content, where like you can pay $4 a month and like you see exclusive photos. It's like OnlyFans but integrated into Instagram. Nick Aldis started one of those, and this was supposed to be his first post for his subscribers. Was that he was gonna let them know exclusively, like to the 4 people that signed up.
Penis pictures.
Hey. Yeah, I'm sure. Yep, those were there too. And then he said, "I'm not going to be re-signing with NWA. I'm going to be leaving." But it accidentally posted on his main story, and so everyone knew that he was leaving. And in the video, he said he was leaving because the product of NWA is kind of embarrassing, and he doesn't want to be associated with it.
Big oofers.
Yeah, and then Billy Corgan was like, "Yeah, fuck Nick Aldis. He sucks." And then they suspended him. They suspended him after Nick Aldis said, "I quit." And they said, "You can't quit. You're suspended."
You're suspended now, motherfucker.
And so he is unfortunately suspended from NWA for the remainder of his contract. And dude, what the fuck? How is NWA? How is NWA gonna survive without Magnus? No.
Bro, Magnus my alpha, dude. That guy's so handsome, dude.
Oh, it's so true though. No, they'll be just fine.
Handsome.
They got Trevor Murdoch as their champ, so it's all good. It's all copacetic.
Yo.
Yeah. Do you miss?
You partied with Trey Miguel?
Alicia Atut?
No.
Oh.
It was Gigi Dolan.
Ooh.
Isn't that crazy? They had a Halloween
They're
party
hanging
there.
out?
And the other guy, Nash Carter, he was there too.
Yo, Zach Wentz.
Or they're fucking.
Exciting.
I don't know. Either or.
All 3 of them at once?
I can totally see that. I'm gonna be honest.
It's pretty crazy. No, isn't Gigi Dolan taller than Trey Miguel? Trey Miguel's a short little man.
Trey's cool.
I guess so. He used to date Tessa Blanchard, so there's that.
Oh.
You know? I think Tessa had a type. I'm gonna be honest.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's time for our full gear card, Steven.
Oh my
and let's
goodness.
start at the top of that card. Let's start with our AEW World Title match. I'm gonna need predictions from you. I'm gonna highlight them on the sheet. Okay?
Dang it.
I'm gonna highlight them.
The worst.
I'll do. What color do you want? Yellow, green, or orange, Steven, for your highlighter?
Orange.
Okay, I'll be green.
I knew you would pick green. That's why I didn't pick it.
Do you want green? You can take it.
No, I'm picking orange.
Okay, I hope the orange is dried out and you can't use it. Okay.
Just fucking can't win at all.
Yeah. Okay, world title match. Current champion, Jon Moxley versus the challenger, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. This match has been built to for a while, Steven. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually
the
really
devil.
Well, I don't know. Is Jon Mox like the biggest transitional champion ever?
Well, I mean,
AEW.
this will tell us if he is or not. You know, this will be the answer.
I
really don't know. Fuck, this is a hard one. Shit.
I'm gonna go. I
feel like that doesn't
I need to
happen
flip a
often.
coin.
Where
I need
like
to
the
flip a
main
coin.
event, the main match on the card is like really hard to tell. Like that never
Alright,
happens.
Heads or tails? Tails.
Tails.
Is MJF.
Oh shit.
MJF wins. It's tails.
You're going MJF?
I'm going MJF. The coin said tails. Jon Moxley's forever gonna be a transitional champion.
Fuck, but what if they give it to Moxley though?
What if none of them fucking win? It's just some like fucking Cody or some shit just comes out.
Oh shit. Cody comes out, you think?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty badass. That'd be
CM Punk is back in the AEW zone. Was all the work.
Crazy. Steven, who should my pick be?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go Jon
Pick
Moxley.
the other guy.
I'm gonna go Jon
Like,
Moxley.
like different brackets now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Jon Moxley. Okay, next up, we have a #1 contenders match for the world title.
Fuck, I should have known this one first. Damn it.
We don't even know who's gonna be in this match, Steven, okay?
Oh, thank goodness.
Because there's a big ass tournament happening. And so there are a few options, okay?
They announced the people in the tournament already?
One of the people in the match is going to be Ethan Page or Bandito, depending on who wins that match, okay?
Fuck, why is Bandito in this tournament?
I don't fucking know. So one of them will fight one of these 3 people. Brian Cage, Ricky Starks, or Lance Archer. Okay?
These guys fucking are like mid-carders, dude.
I know. Almost all of them.
This is the first like MJF bait then, I assume, right?
Maybe, or just first or next opponent from Moxley, just transitional opponent from Mox.
Oof. If it's Moxley, it'll be like Ethan Page then, right? I assume.
Well, exactly. I think if it's Moxley, it's Ethan Page. I think if it's MJF, it's gonna be
Bandito.
Ricky Starks. What?
Oh, Ricky Starks too, maybe.
Definitely Ricky over Bandito.
I think it's
What?
Bandito for no reason. I'm gonna go with Ricky Starks, and I have to, you know?
You're gonna go Ricky? Okay, I'm gonna highlight Ricky
I have
for
to
you.
go Ricky. Ricky Dicky, dude.
Fuck, does that mean I have to go Ethan fucking Page?
That's fucking Ethan Page. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Sucks, man. I'm so
I don't
glad
want-
for this jobber tournament.
You know what? I'm gonna be
existing.
right. It's gonna be Ethan Page. Fuck it. Next up, tag team championship match, Steven. It's the Acclaimed versus Swerve in Our Glory.
Oh man, I wonder who's winning this match.
Yeah, this one's real tough. I'm gonna flip a coin. Oh, my coin says the Acclaimed. I think the Acclaimed are gonna
I'm
win.
going the Acclaimed too. I'm going the Acclaimed,
Okay.
man.
Let me mark it down.
Is Swerve
Steven.
the biggest heel in AEW? Is
Obviously.
he? I don't know. I don't watch AEW, dude.
What?
You watch
fucking
AEW?
loser? You fucking poser. You
I'm
try
too
to trick
busy.
everyone into thinking you're a cool wrestling fan? What the hell?
I'm sorry, dude.
Next up, Steven, women's title is on the line. It's
Oh my
Toni
goodness.
Storm
Which one?
versus.
Well,
Well,
champion? What the fuck?
uh-huh.
yeah,
well,
she is.
she's the interim champion. Remember? Do you
Wait,
have
so who's the
any
real
guess
champion?
who her opponent? Thunder Rosa. Do you have any guess
Oh,
who her opponent is?
Saraya.
No, I already told you who Soraya's fighting.
No.
Toni Storm is fighting Jamie Hayter.
Oh. I think Jamie Hayter wins this actually.
You do? I'm going Toni Storm all
I think
the
Jamie
way.
Hayter wins this. I think Jamie Hayter wins this for like no reason.
Oh, you fool. You think Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker win their matches tonight? You think Britt goes over Saraya in night one of her return?
I think Jamie Hayter is winning, dude.
Okay, man. I marked it down. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong about all
I
these
think I'm
matches
right.
so far, aside from the
I think
Acclaim.
I'm right. I think I'm right here.
Next up, Steven, we have a fatal four-way match. This fatal four-way
Man,
match.
I had 25% of winning. It sucks.
Uh-huh. At best, Steven. And so
At best.
this is for the Ring of Honor Championship.
Shit, let's go to anyone then.
Our competitors are Chris Jericho, the reigning champion,
Oh yeah, he's champion. What the fuck? What
Bryan
happened?
Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and Sammy
Daniel Garcia.
Guevara.
And they're really trying to make this like World Ring of Honor champion like matter.
Yeah. Also, what the fuck is
trying.
Sammy Guevara doing in this group, man? Like,
Ring of
what the
Honor
hell?
winner, the Ring of Honor guy, Sammy Guevara.
Shoot, I really don't know how this fucking match goes. Like,
Daniel Bryanson never fucking wins.
yeah, but then they probably wouldn't just give it back to Claudio, right?
Right. It's
They
either
wouldn't give it to
Jericho or
Sammy.
Daniel, I feel like.
Exactly, because I think they're still
Yeah.
trying to get that TV deal, right? So you
I
gotta have it on
think
someone
it's-
big.
Bryanson or fuck.
I think so. I think we're both on the same page, either Jericho or
Shiz,
Bryan.
bro.
But think of it this way: if they're like, we need a big name to hold the title, we need someone who has mainstream appeal, who can get us
Chris
a TV
Jericho,
deal.
right?
Well, guess
Because he's
who's
on Dancing
the
this.
Masked
He's on the
Singer?
Masked Singer, yeah. Unless he
Exactly.
isn't. And then people are fucking like,
No.
no, actually, it's fucking Neil Young, guy. He's back from the dead.
Neil Young's not dead, you asshole. Also, Neil Young does not say "baby" after every line in a song. Okay.
Baby!
Mm-mm.
I just felt a wish from the sky.
Also, he sang All Star on his second episode. Hey, now you're an All Star. Except
Baby.
he substituted the word All Star with rock star. He said, "Hey, now you're a rock star. Get your
Wow.
game on." I don't know the next line.
Remember when Foz was just like a cover band? That was like a joke.
Yeah, I miss those days. Shout
That's
out to
so hard.
Sandpaper. Steven, who do you have, Bryan or
Dick and
Jericho?
Sandpaper. I have
what the
Jericho
fuck?
winning.
Did you say you shove your dick into sandpaper? That's
What?
crazy.
No, I said Jericho's winning the match, dude. All
You
right.
said Jericho's. I'll mark down the orange for Jericho, and I
Alright.
think I'll go.
See, the
I
problem
don't
with
think
Jericho
it's-
booking is like it's always 50-50 with him. Like you never know if he's gonna win or not. He's a scary man.
Shoot, bro. I'm gonna... If I match you on Jericho, I can't...
Why Sammy Guevara in this match?
I don't... Maybe Sammy's the red hair. Maybe Sammy wins, man.
Is he gonna
Holy
fucking
fuck.
win? That's their new face of the company?
Fuck, what if it is Sammy, though?
No, I think it's Jericho.
I'm
I
gonna...
think it's Jericho.
Okay, so if Moxley wins the main, that's a good guy winning.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Oh, are they gonna make like the BBC club have like 20 people with like titles?
Maybe. I'm going Jericho. I just feel like it's gonna be Jericho.
Remember,
you know?
Bryanson never wins, dude, okay?
Exactly. Next up, Steven, TBS title. The other women's title is on the
this
line.
is so hard.
Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose. Who do you have?
Jade Cargill, probably.
What the fuck? How dare you? I'm also gonna go with Jade, unfortunately. So
unfortunate. Watch Nyla Rose win.
That'd be pretty funny, you know. Good for her. Next up, Steven, we have a steel cage exhibition match. It's between Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Who do we think wins this match?
I think Luchasaurus wins.
You actually think Luchasaurus is gonna win?
Yeah, Luchasaurus is gonna win, dude.
Do you think like Christian's gonna show up or something? Like what?
Oh, it's gonna happen, right? I assume.
I mean, I'll mark you down as Luchasaurus, but I'm so gonna take Jungle Boy. Come on now. I feel like he's lost so much recently, Jungle Boy.
Yeah, he can lose again one more time.
I guess so, you know? What's another loss? Next up, we got Saraya versus Britt Baker.
Oh, man,
My girlfriend
I wonder
looks
who's
just
gonna
like
win.
this girl. I'm going to choose her specifically because she reminds me of my girlfriend. Saraya for the win. Where do you lay, Steven?
I don't think this match actually ends. I think this match is like Saraya just dies or something.
Do you want bonus points for a DQ finish? Or are you gonna big brain it? Are you gonna guess?
DQ finish for fucking Britt Baker or some shit.
So you think Britt wins because Britt gets beat up or some shit?
No, she gets DQ'd.
So Saraya wins. Who wins via DQ?
Saraya wins via DQ. Then.
Okay. I'll put DQ next to you, and you can get like an extra point, I guess.
Extra point, baby's gonna make up my fucking Marcos stunt prediction.
And next up, Steven, the match we're all looking forward to. It is a tag team contest. On one side of the ring, in the blue corner, Darby Allin and Sting.
What the fuck?
Versus the red corner, Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
Oh man, it's actually really hard then.
I know. Shit. I want to pick Jeff because of how much we talked about him today. I
pick Jeff Jarrett too, actually.
Fuck.
Well, he's a Ring of Honor guy, right? Jay Lethal?
Yeah, Jay. I think
Darby goes over then.
I think Darby does too, but what if he doesn't?
I mean, it's Darby Allin. He always loses.
Fuck. Okay.
Well, it's Sting. He has Sting because he has to win,
You're right. You're right. I'll give you Darby Allin, Sting.
No.
I'm gonna take Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. You know, on the off chance.
Fuck
That's
you,
where I'm
then.
looking to make up my points. Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot, Steven.
Monster.
That's the only card that we have so far. There might be a couple more matches, but that's what we have at the moment.
It's like a 2-night event.
Nope. It'll be a 5-hour show. Don't even worry about it. I know. But we have to probably start wrapping up this episode of Following Lucha, so we do not put on a 5-hour show. So we do not put our audience to sleep, Steven, okay? So how about we start writing off into the proverbial sunset? A phrase I blatantly ripped from Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast, but he doesn't do his podcast anymore, so it's fine. And he also might have a WrestleMania match this year, apparently, because he's in the gym. So
been hitting the weights, bro.
People are saying it's going to be him versus CM Punk. Why get my hopes up? Why?
People actually saying that?
Yeah.
Marcus fucking shit ever. I want to be honest.
Listen, it's fine. We'll get the match one day, right? Right. It'll be a great match too.
Stone Cold. It's gonna be like a 5-minute match too, isn't it?
2 men at the peak of their physical prowess, Steven, okay? 2 men at the top of their game.
Heck
I think so. So, we'll be back next week with more Following Lucha. Until then.